In this video, I'm going to show you how I'm automatically sourcing products from Facebook Marketplace sold listings, and I'm automatically sourcing these products in Google Sheets, allowing me to find products like this one, which is marked as sold on Facebook at $50, and I found that equivalent product at Walmart in stock and shippable at $33. Here's another listing which is out of stock at $95 on Facebook, on this Facebook listing. But then on Walmart, I see the equivalent product for $59.82. And I discussed in a previous video about how we can determine that it is likely that these products sold under these particular conditions. But in this video, I'm showing you how to use an actual Google Sheet I created to automatically source all of these products in bulk, get the sources, and instantly and easily calculate the profitability on these products as well. For instance, these two products I found, you see the 34% ROI and the 41% ROI down here. And so to see how this is actually done, to see the actual process that you have to go through to make this work, which is actually quite easy, just stick around and watch the rest of this video, and I'm going to take you through step by step of doing this product research process for Facebook Marketplace dropshipping. So in a previous video, I gave a criteria of what to look for in Facebook sold listings to help you find profitable products to dropship on Facebook Marketplace from a supplier such as Walmart. And now what I'm going to do is actually scrape sold listings from Facebook and automatically source them to Walmart using a Google Sheet system that I created. And so the first step in doing this is to identify a brand that is sold by the supplier that we are trying to dropship from. Now, Mainstays is one of those brands. In fact, it is probably the most popular private brand of Walmart. So I will search the Mainstays brand directly on Facebook Marketplace itself, and I would then filter these products. However, I did create a product search automated filter for Facebook as well, which I'm going to show you. So if you go to the Facebook Marketplace product search sheet tab, you see here that I have a very long list of these are actually brand names from Walmart. I have 500 of them, which you can get access to that as well if you wish, by the way. And the way this works is that when you click this link next to one of these brand names, it will automatically search that brand name, that title on Facebook Marketplace, and that will give you results. And then if you want to apply these filters, which I already have some preset filters in here, right, you can click on this link and that will automatically apply the filters, which I have a shipping, I have a price filter set, shipping, new condition, was listed in the last 24 hours, which is something I talked about in the previous video as well. And then the availability as sold, so that I'm getting all sold listings. However, I just do want to show one more thing. If you want to change any of these in bulk on the product search tool, you can do that. For instance, if you want your minimum selling price on Facebook Marketplace, let's say you want it to be lower than 40, let's say you want a minimum of 30, you can put 30 in here, click set minimum price, and it will set all of these to 30 all at once. And then of course, if you want to change individual ones, when you do them, you can always change them individually. And that is how this automated product search works. Now once you get your results from the product search, for one, I can close that other Facebook window, and once you get these results, I'm now going to scrape all these results with the Chrome extension by clicking on this free Chrome extension, import instant data scraper. I have a link, there should be a link in the video, and you're going to use the infinite scroll and start crawling so that it can pull even more pages of products. And so right now it's pulling all these sold listings of this Mainstays brand, and we'll see how many pages we can get. I was able to get 3 pages. Sometimes you can get more, but I will go ahead and take these 3 pages by clicking on CSV. They're going to be downloaded to a CSV. And now I'm going to go back to the system and go to the IDS CSV sheet tab. This is where you put the CSV that you downloaded. Okay, so file import is the option to get to the CSV. Upload, select a file from your device, and it should be in videos, not videos, sorry, it should be in this PC and downloads is where I should be able to find it. And here I see the Facebook file. It says 47 because I've downloaded so many of them. Right, so don't expect to see that same number. And then now that it's here, I'm going to say replace current sheet and import data, and that will just drop the CSV in here. Right, now I mean, you actually could just copy and paste these, but you don't even have to copy and paste them. I have a columns map set up that will automatically align the data from here into the sourcing sheet. So what we will do is go straight to the sourcing sheet, and all you actually have to do here is click import IDS data, and it will just bring the data in. It may take just a little while. The URLs seem to come in first. All right, once you have the URLs, you can actually start opening the products on Facebook. Those URLs are for the Facebook links. And so as you see, I'm able to open these products on Facebook. Eventually, images will appear as well once the image URLs come in, and that will give you an idea of the product before you actually open the Facebook link. You can kind of see what the product looks like. Since the Facebook links do not give you that preview, you have the image preview over here. Right now we have to wait for other data to come in. We see the status, which is sold, mostly going to be sold because I scraped sold. So those are coming in, and really what I'm waiting for are the titles, because with the titles I'll be able to source. Now, if you want to get the marketplace IDs from these Facebook listings, I mean, usually you're not going to need them because it's other people's listings, but you might have some use for this. If you want, you can click Get FBM PIDs, Get Facebook Marketplace IDs, and it will pull the Marketplace ID from the URLs of the products. And I'm still waiting for the titles at this point, and as soon as the titles come in, I'll be able to start sourcing these products, right? But if you want to start looking at the products on Facebook, you can do that by clicking on these product links, and you'll see the products on Facebook. Okay, just a little bit more time for those titles to come in. A little more time, and those titles will come in. You can start looking at these. And the auto sourcing is going to save you a lot of time instead of having to manually highlight this and search it with Google. Instead of doing that, all right, once we get the titles, it's going to do that process for you automatically. So now what's going to happen, now that we have the titles and we also have the prices to help us with profit calculation, I'm going to click on source all products. It will start wherever you are. Make sure you're on the first row, so it will start trying to source products. Some are not found. That does happen sometimes. Either it can be because the title, there's something about the title that it was difficult for it to find it, or in that instance, for whatever reason, search engines did not find a result. So that is possible, but you do see that some of these are giving you product links. So the ones that are giving you a result are the ones you're going to focus on. Now, one thing you want to do with this box is type in Walmart.com in this case, because the one that the places that Walmart.com shows up will light up as found. So now I know that this is a Walmart link here. I'm going to go ahead and open this first on Facebook, right? And I have too many of these. I have to close these actually. Okay, so let's look back at this. Okay, here's the product I just opened, and now here's the Walmart link that the program found, and these do look like, yep, the same product. So I see 33. And what now? There's a certain criteria that I explained in the previous video. Let me bring that criteria over. What I'm looking for is that the product is being drop shipped from the supplier. Okay, clearly it's being drop shipped. But I'm also looking at is if it's in stock and shippable at the supplier. So I see it's in stock. I see that it's shipped by Walmart. It is shippable. It is being shipped. Okay, so it talks about shipping right here. Arrives by Monday, May 2nd. And the other part is the product even profitable at the sold listing price? So we want to look at the prices and compare it. I see that it's listed at $50 on Facebook, while it's only $33 at Walmart. So clearly it's profitable, right? I am going to go ahead and enter that. In fact, I'll go ahead and enter that data. This is source under source 1. So then I'm going to put the price in price 1. Okay, this is the Walmart price of $33. So I'm going to type in that price, $33, and it will automatically calculate this 8% tax. All of that will be calculated into the profit. The referral fee, I already have it set for 5%, which is the typical Facebook fee. Shipping is 0. Shipping is more on the Facebook side. If you want to add Walmart shipping, you should really add it in with the price. So this is something that applies more like if you want to put in shipping. But mostly for drop shipping, you know, you're just going to be dealing with referral fee for your fee, and that's it. So your profit is $11.86 on this product with the 5% referral fee. And so your ROI is 35.94%. Right? That is your ROI. It's a pretty high ROI. So a good chance that I discussed in the previous video, there's no guarantee that the product's actually sold, since Facebook allows sellers to mark products as sold. However, being that this product is being drop shipped, it is less likely that this seller would just click on mark as sold. He has no reason to do that if the product is still in stock at his supplier, Walmart. There's no reason for him to mark it out of stock on Facebook. So it is more likely that he actually did sell the product on Facebook, and that is why the product is saying sold on Facebook, because he just sold it, right? And especially since it's profitable. So basically that is how this works, right? And then you would just continue this process with other products, right? So you continue this product link, you can open this one. We also see it's showing out of stock $95, and we see if we have the equivalent link, $59.82 if it's the same. Yeah, okay, $59.82 also in stock, also shipped, right? It's available for shipping. And again, we see that price difference, $95, right? Why is it out of stock? It's in stock at Walmart. Why is it out of stock here? I think he sold it and made it go out of stock for his listing, right? He sold it, right? No 100% guarantee, but I think it's strongly likely, right? So I'm going to, and I'll explain this in a moment. It's not really, I'll explain what that is. So let me finish this. $59.82, right? And there's my profit, $25.64, and there's my ROI, 43%. Now, one thing you might want to do with the tax, I always, in my dropshipping career, so to speak, have liked to use 10% tax in the U.S. as a kind of a worst case tax, since you don't know who you're shipping it to or where you're shipping it to. And then you can click set tax, and you know, and that's kind of, I prefer that higher tax percentage, so you can set the tax to whatever percent you want. Now these red boxes that come up exceeded maximum execution time. So what happens is that I'm running, this is a Google Sheet, but it has code attached that makes it do things like auto sourcing. Those scripts, Google Sheets has a limitation of how long you can run these scripts, but what happens also is that they will keep running beyond the point they need to, because it thinks that there could be more products to source. It doesn't know when it's done sourcing products. It just keeps going. So eventually you can just dismiss that. When you see that, you just click dismiss. And if you have more products than this, you will click here and you will hit source all products and just continue. It will just continue from where you left off. So if I continue to source all products, it's just going to continue from where I left off, but there's nothing here for it to do, so it's not going to do it. But that is what you do if you need to continue, right? And something else just finished there as well. So yeah, so that's red box is not really an error. It's just letting you know that it's run as long as it can run. That's it. It's exceeded the maximum time, right, for a script in Google Sheets. All right. So you see, you have the results of these two, and of course, that's only two. And imagine that you're going to go through more of these and keep doing this, right? So you would then go ahead and list these products. Now, the only other thing, and of course, I mean, you can do more work on this, but really, the only other thing would be to export the results. Now, I do have this get prices function. It unfortunately does not get prices from Walmart. Walmart is blocked from within Google Sheets. Like, I can't access Walmart website. I can't connect to it from Google Sheets and get their prices. So, but it does work with some other suppliers out there, like Zoro, for instance. So, and some other suppliers, I have a list of the ones I know it works with. So you can still use it, but just not to get the price from Walmart. So for Walmart, you will just manually type in the prices for now until another solution eventually is found. But for now, you will just type in those prices manually, and it will calculate your profit automatically using the formulas that I have placed in the sheet. Right? And that is that. Now, another thing you can do is you can export the results. And what that means is that I have an export sheet. Now, right now, I have something on that sheet. So let me go back to sourcing sheet and just clear the export sheet. Blank it out. Now it's blank. And what I'm going to do is click export results. What export results is going to do is just take everything I have here, right, from like, whoops, yeah, here you go, and just copies it over here to the export sheet, right? You're going to have your actual sources, your actual prices, and your profits. You can have all your links to the original Facebook links, all of that is in here, even the images are here. And then one thing you can do with this is you can right click and you can copy to a new spreadsheet. So you can actually copy this to a separate spreadsheet, and then you can open that spreadsheet. And this is really pretty much a way of saving your results separate from the system, because the system is not someplace to store the results. So basically you're saving the results to a separate sheet. See, you're on a separate sheet, and now you can give this file a name, and you can call it like mainstays. For instance, I always try to stick with whatever identifies what I did. So this was a mainstays sold listings, and I would put the date like April 25th, 22, right? Something like that, right? So you can keep track of what you did, right? And then you can go over those. So then when you're ready, I'm going to click OK on this. So when you're ready to use the system again with new data, you're simply going to use the clear buttons, clear everything out, clear the product data, you can clear the CSV, clear the sources, clear everything from here, and then just start over again. Go back to Facebook. In fact, I would even go here, maybe go to the next brand, Better Homes and Gardens, search this brand, right? And see what results you get for this. Alright, and same process again. We're going to scrape it with the Chrome extension, bring the results in, and source the products automatically in Google Sheets. So that is pretty much the process in a nutshell. I just wanted you to see how this basically works, and that is pretty much it. Now, when you first get a copy of this, make sure you go to File, Make a Copy. Alright, I should have a message telling you, click File, Make a Copy. You're not going to be able to edit an original that you just opened up from someone else's Google Drive, in this case mine, right? Because then you'd be like editing my drive. You have to go to File, Make a Copy, create your own copy, separate. That's going to be your own copy forever, separate on your Google Drive. That's why there's no monthly cost, because it's not like a software where you have to sign into it to their account, right? To their website. No. This is your own copy of. I created the Google Sheet, but I created the original, but you're making a copy. The copy is exactly the same as the original. Okay, when you copy a Google Sheet, it is identical to the original, right? So you will have this exact system permanently in your account, right? But the first time you click a button to run it, it's going to give you a message, and you have to grant authorization to use it. Alright, it's going to tell you grant authorization. You just have to click through those links, right? And that's just because it has a script attached. When you go to Extensions App Script, you will see the program and code behind the sheet that I have added to make all of this work, right? And that is what they are saying you have to give approval. And they're going to use some scary language that makes it sound like, oh, it's danger, it's do you trust the developer, things like that. That they have to do that. Because they don't want to take responsibility for programs created by Google didn't create this, I did, right? I use Google Sheets, but I'm the creator. They don't want to take responsibility for anything I do as a programmer, and so they're going to have to, they feel like they have to cover themselves, basically, by scaring you a little bit. But really, there's no danger in this. As you can see, it's just sourcing products. It's just calculating profit. And that's all this program does. It is on your Google Sheet. I am not accessing your account. This is your copy, and the program is inside the Google Sheet. It's not running from me. The program runs on your account. Just want to make that clear, right? So there's no connection to me at all with this Google Sheet. Once you make a copy, you run it, it's completely separate, has nothing to do with me. All right, I'm just the creator of the original. All right, so I just want to make all that clear. And basically, if you want to get a copy of this Google Sheet, just look in the description of this video down below. Should be a link to get a copy of this Google Sheet. Also, if you want to contact me directly, or if you want to leave comments, questions, or suggestions, you can leave them below the video as well. And then that's pretty much it. I'm Mr. Mark. This is Excel for Facebook Marketplace. I look forward to either hearing from you or seeing you around on the channel.